Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are going to finish off the news that happened over the last weekend. I am really sorry that this is so late, but hopefully nothing too big got missed out while I've been either exhausted, sapped of power because of the heat, or just simply tired from, after work. So like I said, apologies for being late, but without further ado, let's get going because we have 70 plus slides to go over. I'm probably gonna fly through the transcensions at the end, but still, there are 70 slides, which is a daunting number. So let's get going with the next one. You saw that there was a little bit like an anime thing going with the campaign. Sometimes they've had like comedians in the past. This time they're just gonna go with a straight up, self-produced anime. Hippare Monta-kun is going to be our campaign characters for the 11th anniversary. And the first thing that they popped out with is the 11th anniversary rank missions. If you have reached rank 110 or rank 1110, you will get a free 6-star pull as a mission reward. Now, of course, 1110 is quite steep. Nothing that I'm gonna get anywhere near. I think I'm still like 400 something, right? Rank leveling up is not something I enjoy. So it's a free monster though, so that's cool. It's just a regular pool monster, I believe. I don't think there's any exclusives. I didn't see anything about that, so whatever. Free monster. And also, for those of you who are willing to spend some money, we talked about it on the last news too, but there's a special pack, 1,000 yen, to get a monster that was debuted in the game between years 10 and 11. The pool is dramatically reduced, and it does include limited monsters, possible but not guaranteed. You also get a bunch of other good items, including 8 orbs, which isn't too bad. But the other cool thing is, if you purchase this pack on the web store, you can buy a second copy of this pack. So normally you should only be able to buy one, but because you are willing to pay Mixi directly, you can buy a second pack for your troubles there. And of course, for those of you who had issues trying to connect to, the Google Play Store or the iOS taking your credit card, you can now circumvent all of that, I think. I'm not guaranteeing that it works because Japan also has some weird things with foreign credit cards once in a while, but you should be able to use the online store to purchase things now. So let me know how that goes if you did it. I'm still not, I'm free to play, so not doing that. And of course, people were expecting this, the 11-year Gozetsu Kansha Mochi Co-op Gacha, where you get a free 6-star monster, but not just one. If you co-op with up to 4 people, you can get up to 4 characters. Just like last time, it is up to you to decide which gacha is going to be your pool that you pull from. Remember, that dictates which limited characters will show up on that gacha. Not guaranteed, but it is part of the pool. This year, you are also able to pull from the 2017 or the 2018 Monst Generations gacha, which was added over the last year. Now, how does this work if this is your first time? Well, every player that you gacha co-op with gets an option of which gacha they want to pull from. This example, player 1, yourself, decided to go to the Chou Jushinsai Legends gacha. Player 2 decided they wanted to do 2016 Generations. Player 3 wants to go to the Geki Jushinsai, and player 4 can go to the Starlight Mirage. There's no restrictions here. You can all do the same. You can all do different. 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, and a random solo. Up to you. But make sure you coordinate with your friends, and make sure you just don't do things with strangers willy-dilly. Bad things can happen if you don't coordinate properly, right? Each player will do a gacha in their respective picked pool, and you will have 10 characters to pick from. You pick one of those 10 to keep. And most importantly, whichever monster you picked, your friends picked, are all shared within your group. Everybody will get 4 monsters as long as one didn't just run off and do something else. you will be able to do this starting the 4th, which is just around the corner. By the time this video comes up, it might be already available, to be fair, and lasts until the 15th of November. So please do not miss out on that. Things can get a little dicey if you wait until the very end. You might have to compromise on which gacha you pull on. And of course, every year we get this, the popular vote, 11th year popular vote. Voting is active right now. How this works is the top 100 monsters to get votes will be split into 6 different groups. Each group contains 20 monster. You do a free pull, 1 guaranteed monster from that pool that you select from. However, this year there is something different. The 1 swap. You are allowed to swap 1 monster from your group of 20, pull that out, and then take another monster that made the top 100 and put that in your group. Now, this is important. The character must be in the top 100. So if they do not qualify into the top 100, you cannot replace them into your gacha. But this is pretty cool. There are some bad characters, or maybe you just have like 45 luck of Basada and you're like, I don't want to see you in my group. Please get out of here. This is your opportunity to do that. Or what was it? The top 20, you had Alice sneaking in, right? It's like, no, Alice, sorry, please get out. Let me replace you with something that I would actually want. You can do that this time. Up to you to figure out which group you want to pick, which 1 character you want to take out, and which 1 character you want to put in. Pretty cool update to the 11th year anniversary gacha. But remember, make sure you vote. Actually, it doesn't matter if you vote or not, but make sure your vote is heard. We'll get some results next week, I'm sure, to see what the midway results are. We can adjust our votes at any time you please. For those of you who are in Japan, you can take advantage of a collaboration with Round 1, which is a big entertainment complex that begins mid-October the 15th and lasts until January of the next year. And they just have a whole bunch of stuff there: bowling, karaoke, crane games, just like sporting activities, darts, billiards, and they're all gonna get the Monster Strike treatment, which is pretty cool to see. All right, how long are we at? We're at 7 minutes already, and we still have a bunch to go through. In-game updates. What is coming up in the world of Monster Strike? Well, this one is going to be pretty cool. You get a stamina mission reset. You get orb tickets just by spending spending stamina to play stages. This is going to be natural. In total, you're going to get 30 orbs and 30 orb tickets once again, which is pretty cool. So you get about 60 orbs worth of results there. And this is pretty cool. We're going to see an expansion to the max luck rewards. We haven't seen this in quite a while. Starting with 525 all the way up to 700, you'll see that the rewards are listed here. 525 reward is going to be increasing the cap of medals you can hold at one time, which I always have an issue with. Then a new bonus, the EXP bonus. And I assume this is a 1% boost each time, because they did say on stream that level 5 would give you a flat 5% bonus that then you would get right now. So probably nothing any significant, but hey, for those of you who are doing rank, rank boosting, anything helps, right? So it's a 5% boost in total. That's at 550, 575, 625, 650, 675 for a, I assume, 1% boost each. On level 600 max luck monsters, you will get 1 guaranteed 6-star monster. It does not look like it's going to have any limited implications, just a free 6-star monster. And then if you top out once again at 700 max luck monsters, you will get 100 orbs off the bat. And good news for me, my main is at 777 max luck monsters, so I'm already done. Awesome. Again, these will come at the next update. For those of you who have reached max rank, the max rank for Monster Strike is now 2500. You will get a guaranteed 6-star monster every 100 ranks as usual, and then once you hit that big 2500, you'll get a guaranteed limited monster as well. For those of you who have been diligent about keeping your EXP going, this should be tracked behind the scenes, so you will flip to whatever rank you are truly at once the cap is raised. And we will be getting 5 new normal quests, so that means 25 more orbs, and they will be resetting the cleared statuses of the normal quests. So that does mean the bonus stage will be reset, and you will be able to get 5 orbs once again, which means with a total of 180 orbs up for grabs. Make sure you don't miss out before the update happens. Clear out your normal quests to make sure you get the rewards, the EXP bonuses. Don't waste them. They will be reset. And sorry, this is a mistake. Somebody pointed this out in the Discord channel. They're not going to the library. They're going to the practice area only. Again, this is probably me just being really tired. But this is only for the practice area. Huge, honestly. Like, being forced to play the Reizetsu quest. Oh, I know what this is. It's supposed to be stockable and go to practice, right? Yeah, so you can stock these stages, which is pretty huge. You are unable to stock it right up until now. So once a new update drops, you will be able to stock these quests and play it in the practice area. So pretty cool. Reizetsu quest really difficult. So hopefully this will get you a chance to figure out what you need to do and score big, right? This is pretty cool. The Reizetsu bonus up until now did give you guaranteed boss drops, but that was supposed to be a temporary thing. They have decided to make that permanent now. When you get multiple wins in a row, you are guaranteed for those chest drops to be boss drops, which is great. Very frustrating mechanic that they had there for it to be super RNG to really gate how you can max luck these characters. I feel like they're difficult enough that if you can win that many in a row, you should be rewarded for it, and that is the case now. So that means theoretically, right, you could clear this in 32, 33 runs? Something like that, right? Assuming, you know, you get a direct, no, even less than that. Direct drops and you're getting the wins in a row. Okay. I guess if you got the OP team and you really know what you're doing, right? Permanent feature. Good job. This is pretty cool. We will be getting new soul skills. We haven't seen these updated in quite a while. We've got 5 new soul skills coming to the game. Let's take a look at what they are. First, the red icon there is to do extra damage to the boss. The green icon is to do extra damage to the mobs, which could be pretty significant. The third one is if your guardian beast is active and you use the ability, you will be able to give the attack multiplier a boost, which is pretty cool. The fourth one is to increase the chance that your luck skill gets activated, and that is an interesting prospect. I'm not sure what the percentage of that is going to look like and how much abuse could be done with the luck skills, but an interesting thing to, I'm sure people are ready to test out. And last but not least, I'm a little disappointed this is a separate one, but the healing panel, those heart panels, will increase the amount of healing amount you get from them. I was really hoped that they would just, you know, combine the healing wall thing and this one into one healing super ability, but so be it. But these are your 5 new skills that will be added to the soul skill area. But that's not it for the soul skills. You can now make sets. Perhaps you have a certain set that's good for this stage or good for these kind of situations. You can now name 5 sets per element. Prepare those soul skills in whatever combination you feel is most important. And honestly, this is a huge quality of life update. And again, let me repeat, this is 5 for each element. So if you know this is something that you use often and have to constantly switch back and forth, just for this to be a preset now is pretty darn cool. And you can even name it there at the top. You will see the cost of switching these on the bottom left. It's just really solid quality of life update here. And for those of you who pay for orbs in the game, once again, this is another way to entice you to use their web store. Every month you will be able to pay this special pack where you can get 200 orbs for 10,000 yen. And I believe that is a pretty hefty discount from what you normally get. As it says there, you get 20 more orbs than usual for that price. So it is absolutely a better deal if you are willing to, if you normally get that many orbs at once, do consider taking them up for their offer and buying them through their web store. Again, this is only available once per month, but it is something you can do constantly if you so wish. And then for those of you who are in Japan, I don't think this is going to apply to anybody outside of Japan, but if you use PayPay or Rakuten Pay as your source of, you know, how you pay things, you will start to be able to use them now. And also if you are a JCB card, credit card owner, that will also be available starting mid-October. So more options is always good through the web. So if you have it, PayPay. Congrats. Here we go. One of the biggest updates I think in quite a while. And actually, in my opinion, I believe this is the reason why we had that emergency maintenance. And there's a whole bunch of lag related to clearing of missions. Is that we have this thing inspecting almost everything you're doing in terms of quest-wise, completing quest-wise. Probably just had a server overload as a result of this, but basically we've got a big achievement system set up in game now, and this is going to be something that happens every biannually, right? Every half year we're going to split it up. These are like the fiscal years, right? Fiscal Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. I think this is Q3, Q4, right? You get the last half of the year, the first half of the year, and you're going to be trying to take on these achievements to show off your rank for various topics. And how this is going to work is there are 5 categories that you are going to be trying to accomplish. Each category has a total of 30 missions. There are 3 sections with 10 missions each for 5 total categories. Clearing those missions will give you achievement points, which if you get enough of those points will turn into a rank for that category. And those ranks are going to be what's important for giving you rewards. So for example here, you have a 5, a 7, a 6, a 4, and a 3. Your first set of rewards, which are going to be in the blue section, focuses on one category that you have maximized on. So what is your best category? You will get rewards for that. In this case, this person has a 7, which is their Seiha category. They've got a 7. Now, another set of reward is the pink side, and that's going to be the average. So that of course rewards you for not just being specialized in one area, but you've got a nice pentagon reaching out on all edges. This one, 5, 7, 6, 4, 3, you average that out to a 5, which means you'll get rewards based on that. So what are the rewards? Let's take a look at the next screen here. You can see on the maximized rank side on blue, we've got up to 20 orbs up for grabs. So you do want to try and max out something, because at the end of the road there, another connect scroll, which is really good to see. And that dice is also pretty rare too, so always cool to see that. So again, the blue side is your max rank rewards, and then your pink side is your average rewards. So if you do get 1 to 10, maybe you can slack out on a few of the other ones that might be a little too difficult. You can see you got a biscuit, you get 10 orbs. 4, that is a badge to show you, hey, I did awesome on the second half of 2024. And of course, you get a EL Wakumin at the end. But remember, you can see that this only requires you to go up to an average of 6. So, you know, that does mean if you prong in one direction, you can lax off on others. Figure out what's your cup of tea and what's not. But also don't forget, you have until April of next year to finish all this. But on the other hand, you're not going to be able to just zoom through all of this. It's going to be painful if you try to do that at the very end. But I think they should just naturally come along. Now, what are the missions? I've got them translated here. What's important to keep in mind here is you can complete missions out of order. Finish them in whatever order you want. However, if you want the rewards, you must clear them in order. So you cannot jump around to get their rewards. You'll get a little notification to say, hey, this mission was complete. But if you didn't complete all of the missions before then, you're not going to be able to pick up that reward. So please be careful about that. Also, something to warn you about the Geki Kyukyoku bonuses for missions 2 and 4. The form that you see on the mission screen here is important. If you have the other version, you will need to switch it to this version to get that bonus. So be careful about that. But yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. Also note that all of the counts only begin after the feature was added. There's a few exceptions here and there, like max lucking the characters that exists in your box, so the game can detect that. Sorry. And you will see that some of these missions will say a character has something that you collect must have debuted after 2024. Your frame of reference here is monster number 7477, which is New Year's Hallelujah. So any monster that comes after him in the Monsterpedia is somebody that has debuted after 2024 started. Here is the second set of missions, which is Mastery. Sorry, I didn't really go. In general, the first one is the Max Luck category. 3 groups here is just total max luck. Make sure you're collecting monsters. Second one is based on Geki Kyukyoku difficulty quests. And the third one is based on Kyukyoku difficulty quests. You can see they're pretty simple. But again, I think a lot of these should just come naturally. So no need to go crazy. Now your second set of missions will be focused on the Mastery category, the Seha. And the 3 groups here is the Uncharted Deserts, which is going to replace the Uncharted Lands, right? The Tower of Champions, and the Abyss. You can see the missions here are very important. What is very important to note is mission number 4 in the Uncharted Deserts. That one is asking you to go back to the Uncharted Lands and clear 10 quests there. I hope this means you can just go back and clear the old ones, but I don't know. I'm a little scared about that. But everything else I think is pretty straightforward. For the Abyss, number 10 is asking you to clear any EX Abyss stage. Any of those can have any of the floors listed there. A is the one on the left side, B is the one on the right side. Any of those can get you an invade, but might take some work to find that. But again, hopefully that just naturally happens and you don't have to break your back to get that done. The third category is the Zetsu difficulty quest. We've got the Zetsu tournament, we've got the Chozetsu Bakuzetsu difficulty quests, and the Gozetsu difficulty quests. And then, tournament, pretty straightforward, win without losing. And by the way, you can cheat using a Miracle Min too. So honestly, these should be pretty easy. But do note that the win, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, you cannot rush that at all. You need to give yourself time to do that up front. So make sure you don't dilly-dally on that. Just finish it early. If to win 5 times, you can really not afford to miss. You can miss 1 month, right? Be careful. Chozetsu Bakuzetsu difficulties, you got specific monsters you need to max luck, which is a little pain in the butt for me since I barely do that. But what's also notable is number 9 and 10. they're asking you to max luck these EX quest monsters, Ochimizu and Puzzle. I've put the icons of the stages you need to farm to be able to encounter those EX monsters. So hopefully use that to your advantage to try and find them. But that one could be a little bit painful in my opinion. So we'll see. Last but not least, the Gozetsu. I think this is pretty straightforward, right? I forgot to turn the max luck into green. So I apologize for that. But yeah. And again, same thing as before, counts only begin after this feature was added. If you've already maxed like the characters, you should be good. Again, you will need to make sure that it is these particular characters. I think Unfair has an alternate form, so be careful about that, which is a little bit unfortunate, but such is life. Next up, high difficulty quests, the castle, the abyss, depths, the shinen stages. Reizetsu quests. Difficult. Castle is focusing on the gardens, right? You've got a bunch of missions with respect to the gardens area, which, you know, that's why I was alluding to earlier. Is like maybe I need to actually get off my butt and actually do some more, but I have not done much there. But completing either side 5 times, again, you only have 6 months to do this, so you can't dilly-dally too much on that. The depths, that's kind of really annoying for me. I have only been able to finish one of them reliably, which is the water stage. So I guess I'm gonna have to see if I can do any better on the other quests. And of course, number 10, be careful. This is asking you to clear Fukashigi, which means you need to clear a bunch of those other shinen quests to be able to encounter them in the first place. They do say that if you are able to clear all 3 quests, it will increase the encounter rate of Fukashigi. So incentives to you for being able to reliably clear those shinen stages. And of course, Reizetsu, pretty difficult. Note that Roba, the wood Reizetsu quest, is the first Reizetsu of 2024. Anyone after that is going to be available. Also, do note that the practice area clears will count in your favor, but you must have no continued that, so be careful about that. Last but not least, we've got characters. We've got how many you've owned or evolved, the temple, and the guardian beast. Owning, I think that should be straightforward. This is focusing on 2024 and beyond monsters. Again, anybody after New Year's Hallelujah is going to be valid for that. And those do count for you if you've already have them in your box. Do note that you need to newly true transcend some characters. I need to get my butt off and get those stupid materials again, which I hate doing so much. But I guess I got to do that. You got to true transcend 5 monsters in total. Temple kind of looks insane with the amount of drops and clears you need to do. I really do not do Temple anymore, but maybe, just maybe, get off and do that again. And the Guardian Beasts, hopefully we get some collabs that give you Guardian Beast shards, because I really hate farming for these. But you will need to collect all of the shards for a particular quest, for a particular Guardian Beast, 15 in total. Past collab monsters do count for your total, because I'm at 10 and I certainly have not touched anything in the general pool right now, so it does count previous collabs, so that's cool. But for any ones that are after 2024, the little piggy dude you see there, he's the first Guardian Beast of 2024. I believe he's on the top row, so you can use that as a reference. Whew. Okay, and that's that new section. Let me know if you have any comments there, but we're already at almost 30 minutes, so I want to keep going faster. Scramble Universe Season 1 will be ending soon. October 15th will be the last day of Season 1. We'll get more details about when Season 2 starts. I was able to get to SS rank and have not touched the game since. Uncharted Deserts. This one's interesting. Sakyu is the word here. They've played the kanji for Q is different. It's using like that, the word for palace, I think. So Sand Palace, but I'm just gonna call it the deserts, cause I don't know, they've got that theme going right in the picture, so I think it works out. It's just Uncharted Lands again. It's the exact same structure, so gonna start from 1 again, so hopefully it's easy to begin with. But there are 2 new things with the deserts area. Skip. Now it's not as good as I first hoped it would. This is kind of to help people catch up. Let's say you missed a month where let's say you missed the debut month, right? That example there in pink. You didn't clear it. November comes around, you should have, if everybody who's finished is now going through 2 to 11. You're stuck at 1 through 10. But you cleared that month. At the end of clearing the deserts, Uncharted deserts, you have the option to forego the super type scroll to pick up the skip ticket. And what that will do is allow you to skip the starting floor from the previous from where you are to try and catch up. So you can see on the December edition of the Uncharted deserts, you have opted to pick the skip last month, which means you start not on 2, which would be the normal forced case. You skip to the 3rd and catch up to everybody else. Now, if you're already on track, this is absolutely nothing for you. So you have to have been lagging behind to be able to take advantage of the skip feature. It's not like, I really hate this floor, let me skip it. Unfortunately, it's not that. It's only to catch up. So what are you gonna do? But hey, for the people who are just perennially, like maybe there was just a month you couldn't play the Uncharted Lands, that at least fixes itself, which is not a bad thing. But if you keep missing them, you're gonna be at a point where you just can't catch up, so be careful. Look at this, we got a new reward from the Uncharted deserts. It's gonna be a soul key, and yes, this is going to unlock a 3rd slot for your soul badges. This is pretty huge. As you can see here, as long as you've already unlocked your 2nd badge for a particular element, you will now be able to get a 3rd slot available for you. All you need to do is get that key, unlock one of those element blocks, and you are good to go. However, this is a big however. Do keep in mind that on the bottom right, it's saying that on certain floors, you will be able to pick up this key. It's not something you get every time, and my assumption is they are going to spread this out and make us wait a long time to get another key. I am assuming we're gonna get one every 10. That sounds rough, but it makes you really, you got to be careful on which element you want to use that 3rd key on. So do be careful about that. But you can see the rewards for the new area on the left. We talked about that skip feature. That 10th floor that you finish for that session will be an option between the super type and the skip ticket. And of course, if you finish everything, you will get a guaranteed 6-star monster, which is new. So that doesn't change either, which is great. And for those of you who love the Uncharted Lands, it will be moved into the challenge area, that 3rd area on the right, which you will be able to play at any time. And so that will be the 29.0 update, which is slated for the end of October. Specific date hasn't been given yet. We'll be probably seeing it in the probably 2 news from now. They'll give the actual date. But again, the important thing there is to make sure you clear out your normal quests in time, so that you don't lose the refresh status. Alright, because this video is so long, I'm just gonna fly through these transcension Kais. If you want to take a closer look, I highly recommend you take a pause the video, and if you have questions, let me know in the comments below, because these are all active right now. We started with Calamity Jane here, which is, I don't know, nothing too stand out. Then we got Sarutobi Sasuke, which is another Jushin Kai here. Again, I don't know, I think the art looks cool. And then next we have Arwen, which again, Arwen also looks pretty cool too. I don't know. I think somebody was excited for what he could do. I wasn't sure off the bat, but hey, there you go. Arwen is there, and then we have Hamelin, who got the true transcension. I don't know, something about the demon creepiness vibe that he's gotten. I think it looked really nice for this. He is a true transcension, so that does mean he gets a shot skill and an assist skill. Interesting shot skill is that he removes gravity barriers from hit enemies for set turns. I'm not sure if that's 100% a good thing or not. We'll see that if that means, I don't know, you are able to bring monsters that you normally wouldn't. If it's a set amount of turns, at least if it's 2, then you can guarantee the monster after Hamelin, even not having gravity barrier, can do something, which could be important. But his assist skill is interesting. Is that for any non-true transcendent friendly monsters, they'll get a 20% attack boost for every 10 enemies they kill. I know somebody on the live stream was asking me, does that mean this would stack? And my answer to that is I really don't think you're going to be able to do 10 kills back to back. There just simply are not that many monsters on a stage. There's a few exceptions here and there, but I just don't think that happens. So I think it's just going to be a static 20% at best. Right, next. The Christmas Alpha series. All 3 of these monsters have a Transcension Kai set up for them. Grimm Brothers here. Again, stop if you want to take a closer look and feel free to ask questions below. Taikobo Alpha is next. I thought I could have sworn I had Taikobo Alpha, but after looking at it, I just did not. Which, I don't know why I was convinced I had her. But yeah, here's her skill set. Counter Killer Hell is always cool. And of course, Gungnir Alpha, right? She was queen for quite a long time. My alt has her. Very cool. Again, I'm not sure if there's anything amazing from these, but so be it. And then we go to the limited characters. Nostradamus is here. Jushin Kakai, pretty cool. We got Gorgeous as a video, cut off after like 3 seconds. I don't know. I've never been excited with their strike shot. So it is basically the same. But you know, I am excited to play around with Nostradamus here. So we'll see if there's anything she can revolutionize with her abilities here. And then for those of you who are lucky enough to get the New Year's version of Nostradamus, here's what it looks like. I'm jealous. I always love the New Year's version. I did not get that for Nostra, unfortunately, so a little sad. And then the finale, Uriel, pretty cool video. Not surprising to see this split. Uri, so many versions available. Let's start with the Hell version, the True Hell Uriel. Pretty cool here. Shot skill reduces the strike shot turn count of each of your turn friendlies by 1 turn. And then assist skill after a character moves a set amount of distance. No idea what that is yet. I'm sure somebody's figured it out by now. But that character will get a 10% attack boost, which is pretty cool. And it works well with Uriel here because she does have a bump combo of attack speed up as well as defense bump combo up. Super utility to help you out for survivability and just, again, general utility. Pretty cool to see. Notable, her strike shot is 8 first gear. Okay, but the second gear, it will reduce your HP by 99% and do amazing multiplier damage. Definitely check out the videos and Twitter posts of how strong she is with that. We'll see what interesting things she can do. And then we've got True Heaven Uriel, and I just realized I put the wrong photo here now, but okay. Sorry, no fancy version of her, but here. Yeah, shot skill, first damage wall into a healing wall. Assist skill. Oh my god. Sprite classes get 20% boost in bump combo damage. You know, who is a sprite monster? Who is a sprite monster that has a very strong bump combo? Who is a sprite monster that gets along nicely with Uri? I won't even say her name, but that... Oof. Oof, oof, oof. This is the form you probably want when in doubt. High Energy Circle and Bakuzetsu Blast for her as well. And for those of you lucky enough to get the MV version, there you go. Looks very beautiful. And if you saw it live, it was at the end of the hour, right? It was available. And on top of that, these characters were available at the end of the day. And I was absolutely... disgusted, tired that I was not done with all of this news when these characters got unlocked. So that's why I know it took 2+ hours to finish all this. And then 12 hours after that, the rest of the transcensions are out. So that does mean everybody is active right now. So go into your box and clear that out. And okay, I guess this is something that you probably missed out if you did not know, which I apologize profusely, but there was a special gacha where you could get the alternate forms for both Haitoku Pistols, Uri, MV, and New Year's Nostradamus that ended at the 3rd of October, 11:59, which means I missed out on that too, because I definitely did not pull on that gacha. So again, apologies for being late on that. Wow, 40 minutes. Okay, my voice is dead. I am gonna take the gacha video up next though, so for the Gundam gacha, look forward to that soon. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, do consider hitting the like button, subscribing below. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. More than happy to answer. There's a lot in there. I'm sure if it's not clear, let me know. Monst on Twitter/X, Discord channel. Until next time, bye everyone.